Greetings. Just playing a little dress up is all. Do you like? Yeah, so not quite sure what I'm going to talk about in this moment. I just wanted to turn the camera on with this silly mask on and talk maybe about masks. In my spiritual journey this lifetime, I have come to realize that there's a lot of people out there who like to wear masks. They pretend that they're one way when they're really another. And if they wear the mask good enough, they can fool a lot of people. I've been fooled by folks who wear masks. But as the saying goes, fool me once, shame on me, I think. Fool me twice, shame on you, or something like that. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about folks who like to shift their shape, their energetic signature, in order to pretend and trick you into thinking that they operate in a certain light when they don't. Masks. I must admit, this mask is very uncomfortable, but I'm going to keep it on for now. So we were talking about masks and people who pretend to be one way when they're really a completely different way. And some of these people are actually in positions of social leadership structures. So that would be your churches, your spiritual communities, your organizations, your political structures, etc. All of the pillars of society. You know, there's those who are very strategic at wanting to wear a mask and present themselves to be one way when they're really not the way they're presenting themselves. Now, what would cause someone to want to do something that absurd, right? Seems a bit absurd. I think it stems from narcissism. If you don't know what that is, you should look that up. And jealousy, envy. Sometimes you can interact with people who are so jealous of you and who hate you to such an extent that they want to be just like you. Imagine that. Somebody that hates you so much that they want to be just like you. But they can't, because they're not you. And that burns them up so much that they're not you that they want to destroy you. And so they'll wear a mask. But that's a whole broader topic that I just don't want to really get into in this video. I think I'll get into that in another one. So I'll keep it a little simpler for this video. The concept of pretending to be something that you're not. Now, I, subscribe sometimes to the concept of faking it till you make it, right? That's when you haven't necessarily arrived to where you want to be. So you may, step into that role and posture yourself as if you are in that lane, right? So that's the fake it until you make it thing. But there's also a very thin line between faking it until you make it and actually deceiving yourself and deceiving others in the process of deceiving yourself, and attempting to steal energy from individuals in order to get your energy to look in a certain light. Part of my purpose here on this planet is to help raise the vibration, the frequency of the planet, right? I know this mask doesn't look like like I'm doing that, but I'm wearing it to prove a point right now. Don't be fooled. Well, it's a choice, so you can choose to be fooled if you'd like, right? But there's a lot of people out there who put on false pretenses and who present themselves to be loving, caring, kind, considerate in front of the camera. But when the camera's off, they're nothing of the sort. Or there may be people who present themselves to be of those characteristics when you see them on the pulpit, right? But once they're out of that environment, they're a completely different person doing all kinds of diabolical things, right? I recognize the power of forgiveness. I recognize the concept of of what that entails. But there's also a concept of not being gullible. We don't want to be gullible. Because when you're gullible, you basically allow yourself to repeat cycles. And you repeat them over and over and over and over and over again. And next thing you know, you're looking at your life as if like, what has happened? Meanwhile, and then the people who stole your energetic signature are somewhere thriving. Go figure, right? So, once we learn better, we do better, right? So, the moral of the story of this video is to observe those who want to be in your energy and see how they move, because not everybody who moves or pretends that they move the same way that you move actually does. And sometimes they're energetic vampires who just want to get close enough to you in order to steal your energy. So, hopefully this video is helpful for someone out there. I'll be coming back with more stories, tales, scenarios, information that I think would be helpful for those of you who actually are looking to thrive in life, because that's my intention, is to help those who want to be helped, who may be feeling a little bit low and need a bit of a guiding light in order to come up out of their circumstance. That is some of the things that bring me joy, to be able to help people who are in situations where they could use some guidance. So You know, this is, oh, by the way, this video is for entertainment purposes only, right? Gotta say that. And yeah, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that, so if you're seeking like professional therapy, you should probably go on ahead and look into that for yourself. But you know, I consider myself somewhat of an ear, someone to listen, and someone who's lived here, had a long life so far, long enough to know a few things that I feel could be helpful for those who may be looking for the kind of wisdom that I have. I may not look my age, but trust me, I've gained a lot of wisdom along the way. All right, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. If there's a link in my bio, click it. It'll probably take you somewhere where you can connect with me on another platform or visit my website or whatever. But again, thank you so much for your time. I am Carrie Crystal Moonrise, wearing a mask.